we've come our way. This is exciting. Randy Riopel, yours truly, Jeff Myers with us. Tell us what we're doing today.
Well, we're having a virtual Brew Fest for the first time ever, Jeff. You know, this is the 8th year that we've had our Brew Fest as a fundraiser for the Parks and Recreation Foundation. And I think it's a good year to go virtual because it's been raining out for the last 3 days.
They knew it was going to be a rainy day. No question about that. We'll certainly enjoy that. We've had a chance to talk with all the brewmasters, as you know.
Yes.
And in the opening segment, you're going to tell us how this came about, how the virtual concept came about this year.
Well, we had our foundation board meeting back in, I think, April, and we were trying to decide if we're going to cancel this or try to make it a virtual one. And we had some discussion. We said, we really didn't want to cancel it after 8 years. So we've done it 8 years, and so far we've raised $1,042,800 and let me get it right.
And change if you're counting at home.
$142,281. So we put that much into the Recreation Youth Scholarship Fund. We didn't want to stop doing it this year, so we decided to do it virtually. Wonderful. And therefore we're here, but we picked a good year because it's raining out.
Congratulations. We would have gone to the tote board, but that was easier, wasn't it?
Oh, that was a lot easier. We go back and erase it later too.
So it was great to get that off. And this would be, how many years have we been doing it? Outside, you did it how many years in a row?
7 years. This will be the 8th year right now.
So you had a great crew to help you out to make this happen, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We've got a lot of people that's going to meet today on camera. We're going to talk about our foundation, the things we've done in the past with the dollars raised from this, give the listeners a better idea of what we're all about. And more importantly, we're going to sample some incredible beers and kind of drink them together and hear from the people that made these brews.
Now, you'll be showcasing them. Are you actually going to sample?
I'm not going to sample.
Well, folks at home, you're doing it.
We're asking the folks at home to do it, and we are also asking them to chat about it on the live feed to hear their opinions about it and what they like, and so on and so forth. So we want people to be engaged in this process.
Well, it's a wonderful concept. We appreciate that you've done great work with this, and we've enjoyed it all the way. We've got a chance to go out and see the brewers, as you mentioned.
Yeah, we did. We had a good time going out and visiting with them, and the people get to hear from the people that made these incredible beers, how they make the beer and what to pair it with, and how they can enjoy it today.
All right, sounds good. Now, you got a whole list of sponsors, do you not?
Yeah, we do.
Did we leave anything out?
No, we've got a list of sponsors we're going to show them. We showed them at the beginning. We'll continue to show them. We'll thank them at the wrap-up. But really, we know people are anxious to try these beers, so what I want to do is introduce the first beer we're going to try.
Is that right?
Are you ready for that?
Are we doing this right now, time-wise? Can we do this? Ben Erickson, he's in charge. So you're going to show us the first beer we're going to talk about.
That's correct. We're going to start out with John Boy Pilsner from Soul Hop Brewery. And now we're going to see Katie and Doug talk about this and tell the people a little bit about what they're sampling here.
We're live in Huntley, and you are at the great brewery. Tell me your name, my dear.
I'm Katie Hoffman. I'm the manager here at Soul Hop Brewery.
And you are?
Doug Vandewalker. I'm co-owner and the brewer.
Well, you have got the great name of the brewery. Tell me how that came about.
So Soul Hopped is in the Union Special Sewing Machine Factory here in Huntley. They've been part of this town or in this building since 1948. They're an industrial sewing machine factory, and Doug is actually one of the engineers back here. The sewing machine is in the back and is still operational, but the owners own the brewery as well, so that's why we're so hopped.
Can you knit me like a beer can while we're here?
I can do nothing, but we're punny, so there's that. But yeah, no, there's no sewing happening in the front here. That's not me.
Doug and Katie, let's talk about the beer that you chose for the Brewfest. How'd that come about? Tell me about it a little bit.
So the beer that we chose to donate for the Brewfest is our John Boy Pilsner. It's kind of one of our flagship staple beers. We brewed it for the first time last January. And the name comes from actually a friend of the brewery, one of our original investors that passed away suddenly last August. His nickname was John Boy. He's a John Deere collector and
he was local farmer in the area. Everybody knew him.
Yeah, so this beer was kind of dedicated to his memory, and it turned out amazing and delicious.
Yeah, you have a signature beer here. What type of a beer is that? Your signature beer?
This is probably our signature beer. It's our most popular, pretty much our best-selling beer right now, I think, or since we brewed it. I don't know. Everything.
How many total beers do you have?
Right now we have 11 on tap, but then we also have another 5 or 6 in cans. So we kind of try to rotate through some new flavors of stuff and and are kind of trying to bring some new things to the table every once in a while here. But this beer and a few of our IPAs and stuff are staples that are always around.
And Doug, we can get this beer other places.
Sure. Yeah, we distribute it throughout McHenry County. We have a distributor, and then we also, Katie distributes it for us outside of McHenry County.
Thanks for being involved with the Brewfest. It's exciting for all of Elgin and the entire area.
Sure, we're happy to do it. I lived in Elgin for years, so I did.
What were your duties when you were in Elgin?
I actually used to work at the Elgin Public House downtown Elgin. I worked there for like 5
It's a
years.
popular.
It is a popular place. It's a great place, and they actually have our beer. They have John Boy Pills.
Our thanks to Katie and Doug and that tour they gave us. That was exciting. We're here with Heather Farrell. And Heather, you're on the board. You're on the foundation board for Parks and Rec, aren't you?
I am. I've been on for about 2 years, a little over 2 years.
Congratulations. Tell me about some of the, this was exciting to prepare for this, wasn't it?
This was so exciting. I'm just really happy to be part of it too.
And during the year, you're always helping out Parks and Rec, aren't you?
I am. It's great to go to our monthly meetings, and luckily they sponsor 2 of our police programs that we have going on. I'm an Elgin officer, and I've been on the police department for 14 years now. The last 7 years, I have been a resident officer, which is part of our ROPE program, the Resident Officer Program of Elgin. And we've done the 2 events that I'd like to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first one would be our Fishing with the Police event. We call it Cops and Bobbers.
The night out, National Night Out on Crime Prevention, stuff like that. You do a great gathering at your house.
That's correct. That's one of our ROPE programs that we do every summer too. It's always the first Tuesday night of every August, and that's during the summer, of course.
In a normal summer. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, we had to skip it this year, but there's always next year. But that's correct. It's National Night Out. It's preventing crime. Love that too.
And you're the classic rope officer, as you said, but you're moving on to different duty now, aren't you?
I am. I'm going back to patrol.
Oh, well, we'll look forward.
Time's up.
I'm going to have to watch my speed now, huh? I can't drive through town as fast as I once did. I'll just say I'm Maria Campata. That'll get me all.
I've got one more program that I'd like to talk
Tell me.
about. Okay, so this one is our Kids with Cops, and that is our golfing program. We love golfing with the kids. Same concept, rope officers, resident officers, take the kids from their neighborhoods, and we teach them how to golf.
All right.
We do that at the Highlands, and then we also do that at Wing Park Golf Course.
And we saw you, of course, at Hawthorne Hill. You were giving out the beer here, and that was fun. The beer that went out to the folks.
I love doing that. Beer delivery's fun.
All right. I like that. Well, and you're old enough. You're 22 now.
I
aren't you?
am. That's correct.
All right. Well, Heather Farrell, we appreciate all your great work, of course, that you do with that foundation. And we're sorry to see you go as a rope officer, but we'll still see you. You're moving to Huntley, is that right?
That's correct.
We were in Huntley, the Brewmasters, one of the
I
Huntley.
know. I can't wait to go there.
All right. Well, we talked about it well. So, Heather, anything else? Did we leave anything out?
I don't think so. Anything else that you can
All right. Well, we've got more beer to talk about, certainly, as we're going to get a chance. We'll say thanks. We appreciate that, Heather. We'll get a chance at this moment. Well, why don't we just transition real quick to some of the great sponsors. Then we bring back, of course, we'll bring back Randy Riopel with a brew. Having fun with Illinois Brew Virtual, we are here. Randy, what do you got in your hand?
All right, this is our second beer. Now, we know this is going fast, and we really don't expect people to keep up with us and drink these beers, but we don't want to drag this on all afternoon, so we're going to move on to our next beer, which we're very excited about. It's Big Bill's Berry Fine Ale, and Bill Becker is here. He's a member of the Silverado Home Brew Club, and we're going to hear from Bill about his wonderful brew.
We will say his beer one more time.
Oh, Big Bill's Berry Fine Ale.
Well done. Not even Harry after 2 beers could do that. All right, Bill, congratulations for being involved. Bill Becker, tell me about yourself a little bit.
Well, I'm a home brewer. I've been doing it for about 8 years, and I got involved with the Brewfest. It's changed its names a couple times over the years, but I brought the black raspberry fruit beer to the fest, and it's always been a huge hit. This is a beer that I make a fairly plain light wheat beer, and then I add a huge amount of black raspberries that I grow in my backyard.
Oh, really?
And
Homegrown, I like that.
and it's actually a labor of love because there's a lot of time picking all those berries, and it's this year I was a little bit worried. I made 3 batches, which I've never had enough berries to do. And the canes of black raspberries produced very, very well.
Did they? They were good?
Yeah,
They had me concerned for a while. I thought I wasn't going to have any brew.
No, I was worried that I wouldn't have enough for 3 batches. Now, and if you find out how much frozen black raspberries cost online, it's incredible.
And later in the show, we'll get a chance to hear from more of the crew, won't we?
Yes. And Silverado, I joined them years ago, and they helped me become a much better brewer.
All right. Well, certainly your work is great. We appreciate you being involved, and it's great to be involved with Randy and this group, isn't it?
Yes, it's always a lot of fun. I hope we can get back to doing it outdoors again next year. It's actually a good year to skip because of the way the weather turned out.
But you know, Randy wouldn't have that happen, and you're so good here on live cable cast that we're going to have you host next year. Is that a yes? Well,
I sure hope not.
did we leave anything out about Silverado? Because we're going to bring out Mayor Captain in just a second here.
We've been meeting virtually on Zoom meetings, and if anybody wants to join, we have been unable to meet. We had been meeting at what had been Porter's, and obviously that hasn't happened this year.
This year. Well, if I had a food next to me, what food would go great with your beer?
I'd pair it with a salad.
Oh, I knew it. That's what Randy told me as well. Randy Rippel, he's great with matching up food and beer. He emphasizes the beer, but he's good at matching it up. Anything else, Bill?
I can't think of much else to say.
All right, that's our middle name. Bill Becker, we appreciate that. Thanks so much. And actually, we're going to hear from Bill Vincent. Bill Vincent's coming out next. Is that right? That's what we have. So you can step away there, Bill. Right. And then we'll keep moving right on. Bill, come on down. Bill! We were there in May of 2018 when they had a new scoreboard put in at beautiful Trout Park. And first of all, your press row, when Ben Erickson takes us there for a game, your press box is the best thing I've ever seen in our area.
We are big on having good.
Great. So tell me about that a little bit. You want to talk about Trout Park and that donated scoreboard. It was a great family man who passed away and left monies in the family, and the family was there on that day back in May of 2018, weren't they?
Right. We dedicated the scoreboard back in May of 18, but the process started in about a year before. Mike Diekman, who played at Trout Park back in the 60s, then played baseball at the University of Illinois, and he played for the Elgin Maroons in 1961. When he passed away, I didn't know Mike, but I got a call from his attorney, who I know, Ralph Hardy, and Mike had put in his will that some of the happiest times of his life was when he was a player and then a coach at Trout Park.
Yeah,
and that was especially rewarding because Mike went on to become and work for the American Nuclear Commission and traveled the world as a corporate director. To have him remember Trout Park and say that was one of his finest times of his life was really inspiring. And so what I was able to do was Mike and his family donated funds for a scoreboard for Trout Park, and Elgin Parks and Rec Foundation, without their assistance, we wouldn't be able to do it because of their 11 501c3 corporate donation status, allowed us to facilitate the park. And then I twisted the arm of a really good friend of mine who always helps out no matter what, Bill Lauderdale from Lauderdale Electric, and they did the installation. And it went really well, and it's added so much to the field. We built a wall around it, and the field looks beautiful with that new scoreboard.
Your field was stunning before. Now it looks great. We were there, and the great catcher for Larkin, Cy Kerber, enjoyed the night so much. And that scoreboard means when you're playing baseball, you want to see a 3-2 count on the scoreboard, don't you?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's all digital, and it's fantastic.
Wonderful. Now you're involved with the foundation. You're involved with the foundation. We're moving over. We're live on that camera right now. Great to be involved with the Parks and Rec Foundation, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great group of people. I've really enjoyed working with all of them, and I've been there now maybe a year and a half, and it's a great thing that they do and work with the kids to provide the recreation program for kids who need the funding.
And Trout Park is a great location, Trout Park. It's been there forever, but you've been involved how many years at Trout Park?
Well, the Trout Park's first documented game on the research I've done is 1895. And they had a professional team there in 1910, so you put that in perspective of Wrigley Field, which is 1914, so we got like 20 years on them. And about 20 years ago, through Bill Lauderdale and some other friends, I just came over there and started doing a little work on the field, and it sort of became a hobby, like maybe Silverado is for Bill Becker, but for me it was Trout Park, and we just continued to remodel, and it's a really beautiful field. We just put in new turf in our batting cage with the help of the city of Elgin this year, and it looks fantastic.
Well, congratulations on that. It's stunning when we go out there. Ben knows that he loves to do games out there, Ben Erickson and Beacon Academy, so we'll be out there more. Ben claims he was on that 1910 team. Is that possible?
I think Ben was a sub, yeah.
I think
he was a younger member of the team.
Well, he was a bad boy then, maybe. Bill, we appreciate all your great work. Congratulations every time you drive by Trout Park. It's a great entryway to the city of Elgin, and I know the mayor loves that when he sees that as well because it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
All right, Bill Vincent, we appreciate that. Congratulations. Good work with the foundation. Let's call Mayor Captain down here. Mayor David Captain's going to talk about charitable trust annuity in a segment here. Mayor, we're coming to you live. Illinois Brews, right here from Riverside, what club we are. Mayor, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great today. How about you, Jeff?
Oh, we're having a wonderful.
You look good.
Thank you. It's
Dress me again.
Well, no, I very seldom look better than you, sir. You know that. But you've got the charitable trust annuity to talk to us about. Is that right?
I do, yeah. And my wife Sandy and I established one with the Parks Foundation a few years ago, and I've been a big believer in that for a long time. And as part of I'm an investor, and I look at long-term as well as short-term. And this is something that pays dividends a number of different ways. Pays dividends to me and Sandy as people who expect some income back every month or every 6 months, which we do get. And it also pays dividends to the Parks Foundation for them long term. And as part of a philosophy that I have, it's okay to grow quick growing trees and things like that, but you got to plant oak trees too. So you want things to be here forever and a long time. They'll look out 100, 150 years. That, yeah. So the idea is that you invest in this Parks annuity or the Parks Foundation annuity, and it's a good investment for a person. Typically, what you're seeing from the banks now is less than 0.5%. Mm-hmm. We get 10 times that in our investment at 70 years old, and we'll get that for the rest of our life. Wonderful. And so we cash those checks as long as we live. When we pass on, the funding goes then immediately to the Parks Foundation. And so they get full use of the money for whatever they want to do or whatever we designate. Mm-hmm. And I think that's important. You can pick your game. Whatever you want to send your money to or wherever you want it to go. My mask keeps falling.
That's all right.
I talk a lot, so you know.
I hadn't noticed that, Mayor.
A lot of wind comes out of here.
That's right. You're forceful.
I know it. And so you can choose and pick where you would like the money to go and who you would like to help.
Wonderful.
And what part of the Parks Foundation or the Parks Department you would like to fund. So it's really at your direction. And the benefit to you is in the early part is that you collect the interest off the money, and when you pass on, that it goes back to the Parks Foundation. And we've done that with national parks and others. We're big parks people. We believe in doing this long term, and it's going to live beyond Sandy and I, and that's the idea.
It's so wonderful you've come up with that and deliver that, of course, and the Parks and Rec Foundation does so much for the kids that can't afford the scholarships. They get a chance to enjoy that.
Absolutely.
These guys do great work.
And people get to enjoy the money before it goes
away.
Okay,
she's giving our time to you. You got 30 seconds now.
Okay, I got 30 seconds, and I think it's a good investment back into the community, and for people it gives some options. You can pick the amount of money that you'd like to do and how much you'd like to give, and we leave that up to everybody and individual. But it's really a wonderful way to give money back to the community and give money to yourself as well.
All right, thanks, Mayor David Captain. We appreciate that. You're on full scholarship on the center walking the track, aren't you?
I'm just, well,
It's your full
that's a
scholarship.
discussion we're going to be having here very shortly.
I wish we had time for that today.
I'm glad you brought it up.
All right, Mayor
Take
David
care.
Captain, always
Thanks,
working.
everybody.
Thanks, Mayor Captain. He's on assignment after that. We're gonna get a chance to show the donation that for you ability to live donate right now. We'll show that then. Randy Riopel will bring out the next ale for us. We're going to see the folks from D&G and their great brewery in just a minute. Now, what are you holding right there, sir?
This is the mystery beer. Everybody's asking me how come this doesn't have a label on it. We thought there should be a mystery beer, but this is called Archangel Red. It's from D&G Brewery in St. Charles, and now we're going to hear from Alex and Jason about this beer. Enjoy.
We're in St. Charles, excited to be in another brewery. You are?
Alex Dreher, owner and head brewer.
I knew it.
Jason Kelly, taproom manager.
This is a great looking place. And the name of your brewery is?
D&G Brewing.
Since you're the owner and everything, tell me your duties.
Everything. Mainly I'm a janitor.
That's right. Jason, I thought that was your job.
Some of that, some bartending, a little bit of everything.
You're the visibility of our unit right here, isn't it?
Absolutely.
This is a great small brewery, but you guys have great history here in St. Charles.
Yes, we've been here 2 years now. I built the place myself. Yeah, a lot of fun. Built the bar, built all the tables.
Wonderful. It's a very sturdy bar. Very sturdy bar.
Thank you very much. It was fun to build.
Let's talk about the beer. We're looking at the beer that you'll have for the brew extravaganza.
Yeah, it's our Archangel Red, nice malty amber ale with just a little bit of smoke on the back end of it. Delicious beer.
All right. You said for St. Charles you've got a good history here, don't you?
Yes, we do. We were the first brewery in St. Charles.
Congratulations to that. You, my friend, you grew up in Chicagoland area, in Midway, near Midway, is that right?
Correct, yep.
And you love this area, don't you?
I do.
Wonderful. And you're from way out.
I'm from Philadelphia, actually, originally.
All right. We had in Philadelphia, we were. Tell me about some of the other beers that you have here.
We've got a delicious Kolsch, nice light refreshing beer. We've got a gamut of IPAs, 4 on tap right now. Just about everything for everybody. So if you don't like beer, I can get you something that I think you're going to like anyway.
Jason knows. That's very well. We're down to 30 seconds. Tell me a quick story about the brewery.
A quick story about the brewery.
They love to come in here, don't they?
Well, yeah. We've consistently grown our business since the day we started. We now have music, live music, food trucks. We've changed our model around multiple times. We do to-go beer as well.
Congratulations. Thanks for being involved with our brew gathering. It's great.
Absolutely. Hope everybody enjoys all the beer they get.
And we drop by here at D&G's. You're the man we see all the time.
Absolutely.
And you're the janitor all the time.
That's pretty much right.
All right.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you very much.
We're having fun. St. Charles it was. They're a part of the great Illinois brew that we have. Thanks, guys, and we'll have a cold one, all right?
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Great address, that is, Alex and Jason. We appreciate that. Hey, there's the mystery bottle right there. We should pop that open, Carl Maselli, and maybe have a swig, don't you think? Could we do that? Carl, we want to congratulate you. You're so involved with the foundation. And you, sir, a man of 39 years old like you are, you have endless energy.
Thank you much. I appreciate that, too. Yeah, I've been involved with the Parks and Recreation commission. Yeah, the commission. And that was about a 12-year project for me. And then I transitioned to the foundation, and I've been there for a little over a year and a half too.
Well, your work's tremendous. You've been involved with the fundraiser for the playground, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Tell me how that's going.
Okay, well, last year, near the end of the year, the board decided that it might be nice to have some educational outdoor equipment for children at Hawthorne Hill. And you know, I've been very much involved with Hawthorne Hill since it was dedicated in 2004.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay, and so we went to the Giving Tuesday at the end of the year. It was in December, and we asked our people out there to give us donations so that we could get some of this educational outdoor equipment. Wow. And they came through. It was really great. So in December, we raised roughly $3,600, and we were able to buy the equipment. In fact, we have purchased the equipment, and it has been delivered. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we haven't been able to put it out in the area behind the nature center. But I think once it gets up and used, it's going to be great. I think the children will love it.
And they're cleaning up some of the shrubbery in the Hawthorne Hill, so that'll open up some space for that, and that'll be wonderful next year, won't it?
Well, I think the space we have right now is in pretty fair shape. We put a lot of wood chipping down in that area, and I think there's plenty of room for it right now. The equipment should really be interesting. It's very, very rugged. It's been made to withstand all of the energy that these young children will have. But I think, you know, the main reason that we really wanted to put it there is we want to get children outside in fresh air and learn something about nature. I mean, that's really the name of the game.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And Hawthorne Hill Nature Center is the place to be. That is, you're right next to Randall Road, but you got greenery everywhere around you. It's the best place to relax in town, I think.
It is. There's no question about it. We have trails that are a little over a mile long if you wanted to go on those. We have ponds that you can walk around. We even let people fish if they indeed want to do that.
We had the fishing tournaments out there a couple of years too.
Yes, we did. Yeah. They have changed places now, but yeah, if people want to fish or throw their line in the water, that's a good place to do it.
All right, you're on the board. You are board of directors, Carl Maselli, for the great Parks and Rec Foundation. So we appreciate that. Did we leave anything out?
I think that was the whole thing. So.
When you go fishing, what's your favorite food to have with you?
I think it's Asian carp.
That's it. We've got another answer.
That's the mayor.
Mayor knows. Any food question, the mayor's Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, right.
Carl Maselli, congratulations on that. And you wrote out this script for us, didn't you?
I did.
Boy, Ben Erickson loved it when you did it.
Oh, that's great. Hey, great, Ben. Thanks.
Oh, thanks, Carl. We appreciate that. We're going to get time for another brew. We're going to, first of all, ask you at home, wherever you might be watching and listening and viewing, for donation time. So we'll see that. And then Randy Riopel will have another brew in his hand right after this.
Can't wait.
Randy, you've got the beer. Tell me about this.
Yes, we're still in St. Charles. We're now at Riverlands Brewery, and we are going to hear from Steve and Eric about this wonderful hazy IPA that's a rye flavor.
What's it called again? What's it called?
Skeleton Revival. Kind of anticipation of Halloween's coming.
All right. We'll say roll tape and we'll enjoy the beer. Hey, we're live once again on the brewery scene, Riverlands. We're at in St. Charles. You are?
I am Eric Bramwell. I am the head brewer here.
And you are?
Steve Mark. I'm one of the co-founders.
All right. Well, great. Well, guys, we appreciate you talking to us here. And tell me a little bit about the beer that you're going to involve.
So we're donating one of my personal favorites. It's called Skeleton Revival. It's a New England hazy rye IPA. So kind of the thing that makes this beer a little bit different than a lot of our normal ones is, one, the inclusion of rye, which you don't see in this style IPA a whole lot. So the rye is going to add a little bit of a spicy kind of character. Not spicy as in pepper spicy, but spicy as in, like just a little something like rye bread.
We'll love it.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah. And then the hops in this one are Mosaic and Eldorado, two of our favorites. And we throw a little bit of splash of milk sugar in there, which kind of sets it a little bit of apart, other than the rye from some of our other IPA offerings.
We're ready right now for this. Tell me about your roles here. You helped create this. How they all?
Yeah, so I do all kinds of things. I'm sales and distribution, accounting, janitorial. Sometimes help out on the taps. Yeah,
all the good duty.
All the good stuff.
How long have you been in business?
It's been about 18 months, a little bit more, I think. I opened St. Patty's Day last year.
And you named it Riverlands because you're so close to the pond?
Yeah, so the Fox River is such a huge geographical element to this area between St. Charles, Elgin, Geneva, Batavia, like the whole Fox River Valley is such a big part of this town, especially that we kind of named it, in honor of the river.
Wonderful. We appreciate you being involved with the Brewfest. This is great.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're really excited to be a part of it.
And if I was going to sit down with your beer, what kind of food would go with it?
So an IPA, I've found personally, spicy food, something like buffalo wings, things like that, something with a little kick to it. The hops play off of that really nicely. It's a refreshing beer, so something with a little heat to it might be kind of nice to have.
Heat and a little NFL football would go well.
Oh, yeah.
Stories about how you might got started or how you guys got together?
So it all kind of began at a 4th of July barbecue. This would have been, 3-4 years ago at this point. We were all friends before. There's some family members here too. Steve and his dad are two of the other owners here. So it all kind of came about, trying some of my home brew at a 4th of July barbecue and thought, hey, this could be kind of fun.
Appreciate your participation in this.
We're honored to be a part of this. We are excited to donate our beer to a great cause. So to all you out there, enjoy our beer, enjoy the other beers that come in this pack, and thanks for supporting everything.
Let's take a look at that can. The Skeleton Revival, so close to Halloween, and we'll have kind of a Halloween-related event again in Elgin. We'll talk more about that at a different time. Maria Campata, 30-plus years at the City of Elgin. You're in charge now of the Parks and Recreation Department. And you are here, my dear. You're doing so much with this. You're going to tell us about that Youth Scholarship Fund that is so important to us.
Correct. So our the Parks and Recreation Department established the Recreation Youth Scholarship Fund in 1993. As a recreation department, we saw a need in the community to get more kids involved in our program and to financially be able to help them do that. So 1993, we created this fund. With the creation of the foundation has been a huge supporter of the Recreation Youth Scholarship Fund. So since if this event specifically, 100% of the proceeds from this event goes to the Recreation Youth Scholarship Fund. So over the past 8 years of this event, we've averaged about 621 kids a year.
Wonderful.
Through the scholarship program.
Proceeds.
With the proceeds from this event. So that's 5,000 kids. 5,000 kids that have been able to either participate in a summer camp or swim lessons, a basketball program. A lot of the programs that we offer are life skills for these kids. Swim lessons. You can't go wrong teaching a child how to swim.
No.
So that's something that will stay with them the rest of their life. Getting them involved in a basketball program off the street, inside the building, helping them learn those skills and teamwork and everything that goes along with a great recreation opportunity.
That's got to be great for the kids because they get into the center of Elgin and say, this is a great place. This is wonderful. And I know since Randy and Carl and company have taken over, you used to run short of the scholarships, but now with the proceeds to this, you've got plenty for the youngins, don't you?
We had many years where potentially by March, we were out of funds and had to turn people away. So since the foundation's been around, I don't believe we have run out of funds since the foundation's been around.
Well, congratulations. Randy Riopel retired, was it 2 years ago now?
Almost, yeah, 2 years ago.
And so you took over, you got that position from that point. But you've been involved with the city for many years. List all the jobs you've had for the city of Elgin.
Well, I've been with the department the whole time, so it really hasn't been that many. I've really had 3 positions. So I started as a program supervisor. I moved up to the recreation superintendent, and now the director.
All right, cameraman Tom says there'll be a quiz on that later for the audience, so make sure you remember that. Congratulations on all that, and that's what we have. We endorse all your work, and you're doing good work here today as well. You were handing out the beer this past week, weren't you?
I absolutely was. Me and Heather.
Heather.
We like handing out.
How about a big round of applause for Heather and company? Can we do it, crowd? Yay! We have a live studio audience, kids. Wonderfully done. Congratulations. We're going to go to a tape now. Is that right? Are we hearing from Mr. Larry Hill? Is that what we're hearing? Ben says yes, so we've got this video coming our way from Mr. Larry Hill. Randy Riopel, you're holding an ale right there. Tell me what it is.
Yes, this is called Black is Beautiful, and it's a Braggot style.
Oh, sorry. I got your mic.
Oh, you forgot the mic.
Yeah.
It's a Braggot style dark ale brewed with wildflower honey and molasses. And Obscurity Brewery up in Elgin specializes in having honey in their brews.
Yeah, great.
And so this is a great beer, and we're going to hear a little bit from the guys at Obscurity about this beer, how they brewed it, and what it pairs well with.
All right. Did you try this, didn't you?
I did not try it yet.
Tonight you'll try it?
Yes, tonight I'll try it.
We're gonna, so we'll have a camera there for that as well. Right. So Luke and Carson are the guys we're talking to. Isn't that
That's right?
All right. We'll tell Tom and Ben to roll that tape. Right. We're live from Elgin. Let's check in with who we're talking to. You are?
How you doing? I'm Luke Goucher.
And you are?
Carson Souza.
What's the name of our brewery?
We are at Obscurity Brewing and Craft Mead today.
What's your official title?
I'm one of the owners.
And you?
Brewmaster.
All right, the brewmaster. Well, now the role, obviously you're in charge of everything here, aren't you?
Sometimes, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it most of the time, but just kind of in charge of itself. So.
Carson, you're in charge of the yeast, is that right?
That is one of the minuscule things in my path.
You guys have great fun, don't you?
Oh, it's a blast. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a great location out here. Now, tell us, you've donated a specific beer. Tell me about it.
We did a collaboration with Weathered Souls, national collaboration with Weathered Souls that just came out, called The Black is Beautiful. And we're proud to donate 100% of the proceeds from this beer to my city, my block, my hood. I think I got those in the right order.
Wow.
Yes. So.
Did you come up with that?
Well, no, the beer itself was a recipe that was sent out via the collaboration with Weathered Souls Brewing Company.
Right. Yep.
And Carson put his own spin on it.
Is there honey involved with it?
Yes, there is. It's a Braggot-style dark ale with wildflower honey and a light molasses.
Oh, we'll love that. We're seeing some looking at that right now. It looks great.
Yeah, and it's it's unique for the collaboration too, because I think most of the ones coming out were an imperial stout.
Yep.
So this was our own unique, obscure take on it. So.
Our own Randy Riopel is an imperial stout himself, but that's another story. Hey, what food would this go with?
Oh man, it pairs well with barbecue, which happens to be our specialty here at Obscurity. So I would say it goes well with barbecue.
Yeah, I like that. Tacos. Can always go with some tacos with some Black is Beautiful.
Very versatile in foods. Now, we also might ask you with the questions we have. Now, we're looking at what different kinds. We saw the list. We see a list. I want that Scarlet Doom. What is that all about?
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, that's one of Carson's favorites. Go ahead, Karst, tell them about it.
It's just a really complex red ale. It's like a 5-malt red ale with some Northwestern American hops in it. We are fermenting that with the West Coast ale yeast strains called Chico. So it's just a very complex but simple beer. And on the palate, it is very drinkable for every consumer.
Fiddly D, it's not connected with Gone with the Wind, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I got a question. You have signature beer or type of beer that you specialize in? Sound like you got a great variety.
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely have the variety here, but we have a unique component with the mead, honey wine, and we bring that back into the beer. And I would say that our signature component at this point is just the Braggot style in itself. The beer we've provided for this event is a Braggot style beer, and you'll see many styles of our beers with a honey component to it, meaning some of the fermentable is replaced with honey.
Randy, it's a great beer, is it not?
Oh, it is a great beer. I'm sure that everybody's enjoying it. And you know what was interesting? Remember when we went to Elgin and visited Obscurity, the smells in that place?
Oh, it was tremendous.
They have a restaurant there. They have great barbecue. They have brisket. They all sorts of types of things. We really appreciate their partnership. There's great beer. We're going to go back and get that food someday, too.
We are.
That was great.
You promised.
Yeah, I know. I promised. We're going to do it.
Now, we got one of the great sponsors that you've come up with that's next.
Yeah, we have many great sponsors, and you've been seeing some of them on the screen. We'll talk about them all at the end. But one of them that's been a sponsor every year we've done is FH Passion. We have a little video clip of their company that we want to share with everybody.
All right, let's see that right now.
We're Passion's preferred projects group. We're a specialized group within FH Passion, one of Chicagoland's largest construction companies. We share our values, resources, and expertise, but our focus is all our own. We build projects like community centers, police and fire stations, hospitals and clinics, schools, libraries, and even parks. Critical projects like these have big impacts on communities. We realize having schools with modern amenities builds neighborhoods from the bottom up, and that providing first responders with up-to-date facilities gives them what they need to protect and serve their citizens. That state-of-the-art healthcare facilities helps care for communities, and new and beautiful community centers allow families to grow together and create new memories. Ultimately, our goal is to help build communities. And when we're working in your town, your budget, needs, and unique challenges are Passion's priorities, because those townships, districts, and neighborhoods are our communities too. Passion PPG. Your projects, your community, your preferred contractor.
We're back just like that. Doug Horton with us. Riverside Club is where we're originating live for this cast coming your way. And Doug, what a great club you have here.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's got great history. You're right off the river. Trees are everywhere. A lot of great moments.
Started out on the river, 1886.
Whoa! No, you weren't there in that year.
No, Wally was.
Well, yeah, Wally Woods was on the line. Wally's everywhere.
Wally's everywhere. No, actually, pretty close. River Street, which is North Grove. Before they did the remodeling, that was the original site, and then they moved to Douglas, Brook Street, a couple places downtown. They in the 30s or 40s, they bought a house out in Hunter.
Was it always Riverside Club in name?
Always the Riverside.
Wow.
It's the old, I guess, according to Mike Elf, his history book. Yeah, he's pretty right.
He's almost older than that 1886 time frame.
Right. He says it's the oldest social club in Elgin.
Really? Is there a plaque somewhere that we can see saying that?
No.
Darn it. Well, we'll have to call Mr. Alf. He's in Pennsylvania now. We'll bring him back for that.
Yeah. So
that's great. So you've been involved how many years with it now?
I have been the secretary for 15 years. I've been a member for 25 years.
Great bar, great gaming games you have here, and all kinds of fun.
It's a nice club. We, before pandemic, at least a big event every month. Greg Shannon from the Riverside Clubs.
I hosted a Nina event here a few years ago.
Yeah, and Greg from the Public House. Yeah. He's very involved, so he does events down here for us, and it's just
this big room you have here is our studio. This is your second bar, but this is a huge room, isn't it, for parties and everything?
Right. Christmas parties in here, the big meat raffles in here. Greg does a February Valentine's Day wine pairing in here.
Really?
Yes.
Cameraman Tom wants his picture on the wall like Wally.
Who wants their picture on
That
there?
cameraman right there. He's
Oh,
waving at you.
okay.
He's wanted in 3 states, so you'll get some folks coming in.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Anything out? We've a great crowd here. We even got a chuckle there. Your material's going good.
Okay.
That could be artificial over there, Randy. All right. Did we leave anything out? Come
no.
on out.
Come
Normal
on.
hours you have. The bar's wonderful. Service is great.
Yeah.
Friendly atmosphere.
It is. Yeah, and it's a membership club, so you need a sponsor, but
That's
you know,
all right.
come on
We'd be coming
down.
after
And
Kyle Bolt's one of the main members, so he'd be
Yeah,
after
so
games
you-
with Ben Erickson. We'd come back here.
You should do that.
All right, we will in the future. Well, we appreciate Doug, appreciate the hospitality, and thanks for hosting us here. We appreciate that. We're going to hear from the folks in Silverado, but let's first of all let's see our list of sponsors that we have. And the guys will be. Hey, big round of applause! It's his place for Doug. Now this is a great crowd, is it not? They'll be back for the second show. We're going to take a look at our sponsors right now. We're back on the bottle, and guys from Silverado, tell me about this bottle of ale that you have there.
What I have here is a Russian Imperial Stout, which is it's actually the last beer in this 6-beer series because it's the biggest beer. So this is 11% alcohol. Our club made this beer by, actually we blended 3 beers together to make this. It's got a lot of alcohol, a lot of roastiness, a lot of bitterness to it, and it's something that kind of sneaks up on you. So I'd recommend if you're drinking this, you drink it at home.
You look at me and said a lot of bitterness in it. Did you see that?
No, it does have some roastiness to it.
Let's
for
get
sure.
your name. Your name is?
My name is Rich Placco.
And you are?
Mike Friesma.
Now, you want to talk about those Chicago Cubs, is that right?
No.
All right, I thought not. But you're Silverado. Tell me a little bit about Silverado. We heard about it earlier.
Yeah, Silverado is a homebrew club. A bunch of folks that really enjoy beer, enjoy homebrewing. We've been around since 1994, so about 26 years old. We had formerly been meeting over at Porter's Pub, which was on Bowes Road in Elgin. That's closed down right now, but they'll be reopening in the spring, so I expect we'll be back there. But we meet the third Thursday of every month. Again, we have guys that really enjoy home brewing as a hobby. We've had a number that have gone on to take that into profession.
Yeah.
We're happy to be here and support the Elgin Parks and Recreation Foundation. We've been doing it for 8 years now.
All the
since
years, it's
beginning.
great.
And we're happy to be back doing that again. If you want to learn more about home brewing, a brew club is a great way to do it. We can help people learn more about brewing and the techniques that they use. We frequently have events where we have educational kind of stuff about brewing.
Events at your place? Events at the...
Yeah, at some of our homes
Yeah.
or other events. We sometimes organize tours to brew pubs or other breweries, which can be
That's
very
always fun,
educational.
yeah.
Absolutely.
The craft beer brewing, if folks haven't seen the craft beers, when you go in there to see how they brew it, it's unique and always entertaining.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And actually a great way to learn about brewing is to watch it done at a small homebrew scale. There's an event coming up in early November, on November 7th this will be at D&G, but there's others around too,
Yeah,
where
that's
you
right.
can watch homebrewers like some guys from Silverado and other homebrewers.
So you'll be there on that date?
We will be,
Great.
and that's
D&G, it's a great place. Did we leave anything out?
I don't think so. I just wanted to say that we always have fun doing this every year, and
a public and a private Facebook page.
Oh,
so
dear.
if you go to Facebook and search on Silverado Homebrew, and if you get there and you're not looking at pickup trucks, you probably found us. So we'll keep people informed through that on how to meet up with us and learn more about homebrewing. if they're
Wonderful.
interested.
We appreciate that. We love that, seeing you on Facebook like that. Congratulations on the good jobs. I know Randy and Carl appreciate all your great work.
Thank you.
As is Maria.
Thank you very much.
All right, no Cub talk. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we're going to go. We have the donate graph. We have graphic coming up, but we have after that we'll have a little tour of the Beacon Academy. That's South Elgin High School. Now, Ben Erickson's in charge. Are we having that, Ben? We're not having that? Did we cancel that? Forget my program. We will go to this graphic and back after this. We're back for our final segment. We're going to bring Heather Farrell back out, rope officer for the Elgin Police Department. Now, Ben was asleep at the wheel, he said, when you were talking earlier. So he wants you to talk about the great fishing involvement.
Right, the fishing with the police, we like to call it Cops and Bobbers, is our trending name now. We've done that for a few years now, where we, the rope officers, the resident officers with the police department, bring out neighborhood kids from our designated rope areas, and we teach them how to fish. Some of them already know how to fish, some don't. We get all the equipment from the Hawthorne Hill Center, and we've gone there in the past, and then we've also gone to Max McGraw, where our board member, Adam Ziegler, would get us into there and fish there, which is a much nicer pond to fish out of.
That's nice there. That's nice. Anything else for us?
I think. Yeah, okay, so the Kids with Cops is what we call our golf program. Same thing, rope officers, the resident officers, take kids from their neighborhoods and we teach them how to golf. And we do that at the Highlands of Elgin with the golf pro, Ron Madish, and then we also do the Wing Park Golf Course, and that's where we actually play the game of golf, which is great. And the foundation has been so gracious to give us these nice polos to wear while we golf, which we love that. So we have matching red shirts. And the sponsorship that we get from Bill Hoffer from Hoffer Plastics of South Elgin. We couldn't do it without all these partners. We love our community partnerships. We love working with the foundation, and we like doing the positive police relationships and with the police department and the kids and the foundation. So it's all just a moving piece that we really enjoy.
Wonderful. Congratulations on that. You're so good. Next year you're co-hosting.
Oh, you're funny.
That's a yes. I heard it. All right. Well, thank you. Stay with us, Heather.
A couple things to add to what Heather had to share. Really proud about the golf program. Last year we had a young man that took up golf and ended up making the Elgin High School golf team. And so that's a real success story, and we're starting to see kids that come multiple years and they're able to really improve their game. And we see sometimes they give us a little challenge, right, Heather? I mean, some of these kids are getting really good at golfing, and it's so neat to see that. And again, our foundation's been very intentional about partnering with the police for these types of programs to establish a good relationship. And I know we donated to your cart. Is it the ice cream cart you guys call it?
Yep, the Copsicle cart. Yep.
Popsicle, yeah. So our foundation's been donor to that. And we always want to partner with them because we know it's a great situation when we get kids to do positive, healthy recreation, and then with some good role models along with it, and that's just a formula to win. And we just really enjoyed working with Heather and all the other police officers that have been a part of those programs through the years. I think we've been doing them 5 years probably.
I did the numbers. It's the 6th year in 2020. So 6 years, and I've told in the past the police department has done a golfing program, but I'm just counting back the recent ones where we've partnered with Randy. Thanks for all your help, Randy. We couldn't do it without you also. We love that.
What's your low score at golf game?
I don't even know.
Oh.
I don't count.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like taboo to write it down.
Save that for next year. We will.
Right.
Well, thanks, Heather. We appreciate all your great work. You can stay with us. Randy, you're going to wrap things up here, huh?
Yeah, I am. I want to thank again all of our sponsors. I know we've seen them up on the screen, but I personally want to thank them. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, FH Passion, 5 Star Concrete, Shells McNutt Construction, Blue 22 LLC, Elgin State Bank, First Federal Savings Bank, Sickage LLP, Trout Park Baseball, Fox Valley Ophthalmology, and Bill and Janet Jones. Bill Jones was one of our founding members of the Park and Rec Foundation.
He's awfully proud of the work they do.
Yeah, he's been a part of this organization for many years. So thank all those sponsors so much. And then there were some other people. You know, we kind of decided, again, April, May timeframe to do this, and to tell you the truth, we had no idea how we're going to do it. And so we've been very, very fortunate to have a lot of good other people come alongside us. The marketing side of our organization, Color Word Creative, Amanda Garcia and her team have done a great job. You got to love the six-pack, the caddies, and all the information on there, and all the marketing they've done for us. They've been great. Again, thank the Riverside Club for hosting us so we can have a live event here. I want to thank Ben Erickson and the staff, Ben and Tom and everybody from the Beacon Academy. And I want to thank you and Bruce for coming along with me to the breweries and doing those videotapes and those segments. Without all of this team, we never could have done this thing. We were very excited about it. And most importantly, we want to thank you to all the people that purchased tickets to the event. We sold 80 tickets to the event.
You sold out rather quick, didn't you?
Yeah, we did sold out rather quick. The marketing side, again, Color Word Creative did a great job. In addition to selling all those 6-packs, we also brought in donations, an additional $615.
Whoa, congratulations.
So can we get a little drum roll so I can tell you how much we've raised
Crowd.
so far? $10,644. Woohoo! So our goal was $11,000. So hopefully people can make a few more donations after we get done. Ben's going to put that up there.
Yes.
And the last thing you need to do is get out your calendar for 2021.
All right.
Sure where we're going to be,
outside.
but we're going to be here a year from now having another Brew Fest to raise funds for the kids in Elgin.
Well, thanks to your great work, tremendous work you've done. And again, the Riverside Club has done well. Bruce Shipyard, as you mentioned, Tom Bosingas, his great camera work right there, and Ben, whatever his name was. So we appreciate that.
Thank you so much. It's been a team effort. We've really enjoyed it. And also the Silverado Brew Club. Those guys have been a part of it every year.
I'm going
They
to
come
start
and donate
brewing
their
in my
time.
backyard now.
Yeah, they used to
that's
join
the
the club, right?
The mayor will tell me that's legal, isn't he?
Talk to the mayor. He'll tell you off camera.
All right. Well, great work. Again, we have a live crowd. Let's hear that live crowd one more time. Yay! This was coming to you live, kids. Originally, I liked it. Thanks to Beacon Academy. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thanks for everybody that tuned in, and thanks for
Hold up the 6-pack as we go out here. This is a 6-pack, kids. And that camera over there, Tom's running over there. We're going to close with a 6-pack zoom here. Don't go away yet, crowd, and folks at home. As we'll zoom in there for the final time to see the great 6-pack that was part of this travels to Elburn, to St. Charles a couple of times, to Huntley, and all over the place. We enjoyed that very much. And to the great crew that we have here, Maria Kumpata, the timer and speaker as well. That's it. All right.
See you next year.
We'll say so long, everybody. That's our Illinois Brews virtual for 2020. Thanks.